Hi, my name is Damien and this is my first video blog in English. Yes, many of my subscribers probably they will be thinking like ¿Qué coño es esto? ¿Por qué está hablando en inglés? Well, this is an experiment but first of all I want to apologize. My accent is really strong and that's because I'm from Spain. Exactly from Gran Canaria, a small tropical island next to Africa. And 3 years ago I moved to Sweden. Well, I have been living in Sweden for more than 3 years. A lot of people always ask me, why did I choose Sweden? Easy. It's because my girlfriend is from Sweden. I met my girlfriend at work in Gran Canaria. We decided to move to Sweden, here to Stockholm. I would have moved, I don't know, to Russia if my girlfriend was from Russia. So I didn't really choose Sweden. How did I adapt to the Swedish life? Well, it took me around 4 months to find a job. My first winter was really hard. And it's because I'm from a tropical island. It's always good weather there. It's in my island, it's always sunny, the sky is blue, it's really nice weather. In winter it can be like, I don't know, between 20-25 degrees, maybe a little bit less when it's at night, but usually we have really good weather. And here in Sweden the winter is crazy. The days are really short. The sunrise can be around 9:30 in the morning and the sunset is like at 3 o'clock. So the days are really short and it's almost always dark. The winter is quite long, it can be from November to March, so you have a lot of winter, a lot of darkness, and the summer here, it's amazing, it's light all the time. The summer is beautiful, blue sky, the forest is totally green, amazing weather, not always, sometimes it's raining, like today has been raining all day, so yeah, summer is quite, sometimes it's really extremely nice and sometimes it's just raining and this is my balcony. Today is raining, it's okay. But the good thing is, it's a lot of light. In summer, the sunrise can be around 3 o'clock in the morning, and it can be, the sunset can be at 11 at night, so it's crazy, it's a lot of sunlight. How are Swedes? Usually they are reserved. They are not so social and they don't interact with strangers. But when you get to know them, they are really nice and open. So you need to cross that line. You need to get to know them. I don't want to generalize and say that the Swedish people are like robots. Cold, distant. That's not totally true. You just need to be friendly, smile. Also here in Stockholm, everyone is really busy. Everything is moving really fast. Everyone is with the headphones, with the phone. I'm from a tropical island, I'm from Spain, we are really open people, we are really social, we talk with strangers, I don't know. For example, I'm really used to when I go on the bus, I say thank you to the bus driver, have a nice day. I don't know, I talk with strangers. I'm also used to talk with strangers in the elevator, but here in Sweden it's weird for them. So yeah, I think it's because everything is really busy. This is a big city, everyone is busy. Everything is moving fast. For example, in the subway, they really try to avoid eye contact. They look away. In the mornings, the train can be totally full, and you can't hear a noise. If you close your eyes, it feels like you are totally alone, and maybe the train is totally full of people. In the mornings, usually everyone is really sleepy also, and they are all with their phones. Nobody's talking. It's quite nice. When you hear somebody talking loud in the phone, or somebody like talking and screaming and louding, usually it's not a Swedish person, or it's late and people are a little bit drunk and they are a little bit more open, funny, talking louder. But usually the real Swede is really quiet, and if they talk with each other, they talk really in a low voice. They try to not disturb each other. Yeah. It depends also the part of Sweden. It depends also the type of person. Maybe it's a crazy person screaming around. Yeah, that can also happen. And I know a lot of people will say, hey, you can't generalize and you can't talk like that about Sweden. Not everyone is the same, blah blah blah. Yes, I know, yes, everyone is different. But in general, if you are nice, if you are friendly and you smile them, you will make a lot of friends. Or you will creep a lot of people. If you smile them in the subway and you look at them, yeah, they will get freaked out. So, in general, just be friendly. In what do I work? I'm not gonna give too many details about my job. I'm just gonna say that I work in logistics, I work operations and stock control, so I work in that area. Do I speak Swedish? Well, that's a big question. A lot of people ask me that, and not really. I don't speak, okay, I understand a lot of Swedish, but I'm not so fluent. I usually speak only English at work. I have been working all the time. I had no time to go to school and study Swedish. And I have been always working for international companies. And a lot of people ask me, is it possible to work in Sweden only speaking English? Well, it's really complicated. You need to speak Swedish in almost all jobs. The thing is, there are some international companies and some professional careers with really specific professions, like engineers, technicians, architects, I don't know. There are some professions where you can only speak English and you can survive. But in general, you need to speak Swedish. Where in Stockholm do I live? Is it easy to find an apartment? Well, it's quite complicated to find an apartment here in Stockholm. It's expensive and it's really complicated because a lot of people want to live here in Stockholm, so yeah, it's complicated. When I moved to Sweden, I was living in a really small apartment for 1.5 years until I got a nice big apartment now with balcony, nice views, big apartment, big rooms, high ceilings. So yeah, it took me 1.5 years to be able to move to another apartment. And it's a first-hand apartment. It's rented through a company. There are companies here in Sweden, they rent apartments, big companies, and you need to be like in a waiting list for a long time to get an apartment, to get the possibility to apply to an apartment. The thing is, my girlfriend, she has been for like 9 years, 10 years, I don't know, in a waiting list, and now she got the apartment she wanted in a nice place and quite big. So yeah, it's complicated. It's possible to find apartments second hand, and that means that you rent to other people, not directly to a company, and usually it's really expensive. It's quite expensive. Another thing that they are doing here in Stockholm, they rent rooms. but that's expensive also. They rent you a really small room, and you need to pay quite a lot for a room. It's quite a lot, and you live with other people, and sometimes it's weird. It's complicated to find a place to live here in Sweden, and it's quite expensive if you want to rent second hand. If not, you need to wait a long time. So if you want to move to Sweden, the first problem you will find is to find an apartment. And the second problem is to find a job, because if you don't speak Swedish, you have it really complicated. And the thing is, yeah, there are jobs that you can only speak English, but a lot of people are applying for those jobs, because there are a lot of people living here in Sweden that they can't speak Swedish yet. They are studying through SFI Swedish, that's Swedish for immigrants, that it's free to study if you apply for it. But yes, you need to learn Swedish, you need to learn Swedish. Is Sweden expensive? Well, I could talk a really long time about this subject, but I prefer to give you some tools so you can compare the prices where you live to Sweden, so you can have a better idea. So go to this web, Numbeo. It's not a sponsor, I'm not getting paid from Numbeo or something like that. It's just a really good tool that I found and I love it. I will let it in the description of the video. It's numbeo.com, and yeah, it's a good web. There you can compare prices. You can compare like cost of living and see the prices where you are living compared to Sweden, to Stockholm. So yeah, if you are curious and you want to see how much it is everything here in Sweden, Stockholm, I always say Sweden, but I mean Stockholm, just check. So yeah, this video has been a little bit complicated. I'm not so used to record myself talking in English because I need to translate everything. It's quite weird. Sorry if my accent is sharp, it's a little bit strong, and it's because I'm from Gran Canaria. Yeah, I'm from from Spain. I'm from yeah, we are not so used in Spain to talk so much in English. Everything is in Spanish. The TV is in Spanish, the movies are in Spanish, so yeah. I'm really sorry, and if I have a lot of grammatical errors, forgive me, I'm trying my best. And if you like this video, I would appreciate a lot if you give it like, or if you comment something. And if you would like me to make more videos in English, just let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot, thanks for sharing the video, thanks for giving thumbs up, and yeah, see you next time. Thanks. Ciao.